Hey, everybody, welcome. It's that time again. Here we go. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org and on the Facebook on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. Today is Thursday, July 22nd, 2021. Eazy-G is at the news desk, our intrepid entertainment reporter. How are you, Eric?
Doing a lot better than last Thursday.
Yes, you're fully conscious.
Yeah, I took an hour and a half nap before coming into the studio. So.
An hour and a half nap.
Yep.
Pull that mic right in front of you there.
It's my first time here. Yep.
Yes, your first time here.
An hour and a half nap before I got here.
That's right.
Last Thursday I was so tired.
And we're not alone in the studio. He hasn't been here in a while, but... be the point. I mean,
we'll save that conversation for later.
Well, look, I mean, as it is, if you are married and you get divorced, as Gene Simmons used to point out before he changed his mind on marriage, he said, if you get divorced, 50% of your pre-tax gross income walks out the door. So imagine if you're married to multiple women and you have multiple divorces.
And then you're broke, bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
But that's okay, because I'm single.
Right, right. What do you think? Now, Eazy-G, you're the only one in the room who's actually been married. What are your thoughts on the matter?
Not for everybody.
Not for everybody.
No. Not for everybody.
Right.
It's an acquired taste.
Yes, including you, apparently.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out, unfortunately.
Right.
It worked out for the best, though, I think.
But better to have loved and lost,
now
correct?
Look at you.
True.
Oh, good. Yeah, I wasn't sure which way you were going to go on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good.
Marriage can be difficult. You both got to work on it.
Right.
100%.
I wish
100%.
everybody knew that, man.
Mm-hmm. Everybody should get to work.
You find that out after.
You find
Yeah.
Right. No one tells you that beforehand, right?
Of course not.
Like you don't talk to any other married people and find that out.
You know what they say, like, when you're fools in love, everything else.
Let's not talk about relationships right now.
Yeah, true.
Well, I am curious though. Did anyone try to talk you out of it before you got married?
Oh yes.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to. Dude, I had everybody and their mother telling me not to go date the girl I dated.
Well, that's dating is different. I mean, that's
Hey,
a
well,
different
I'm
thing.
20. I'm not
Especially
on the
when you're-
marriage.
when
I'm not
you're,
on the marriage railroad yet.
Right. You're not on the marriage tip. That's what the young people say, right? They say tip. You're not on the marriage tip.
No, that's not what they
Oh
say.
no. Eazy-G, why did you tell me that's what the young people say? You've steered me wrong once again.
I don't know.
Oh, that's what I get for listening to a 70-year-old man. All right. Well,
Yeah.
anyway.
Oh, dude.
Boy. Well, Eazy-G, in just a little bit, will be doing his entertainment report here on Matt Connarton Unleashed. But in the meantime, if you would like to join us this afternoon, you can call us at 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can always interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do so that we can hear and enjoy your dulcet tones is give us a call at 603-250-6007. And I do want to remind you, of course, that we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan at 1000 Elm Street. Right across the street, they have delicious gourmet pretzels. They have craft beer. They have wine. Tonight is Thursday, so it's trivia night at the Hop Knot, hosted by the great Bill Cini, who, of course, also does trivia on the morning show with Peter White every Wednesday morning. Rave reviews all around. So, if you have a chance, check that out. And, of course, Friday nights at the Hop Knot, Grant Lampton performs live from 7 to 9 p.m. And they've got a lot of events coming up throughout the summer as well. So
Yeah, I'm really digging his what do you call that when he shows up on Tuesdays?
Tweakonomics.
I always forget that
yes.
word. Yeah, he's really good at that.
That's, of course, but he's not as Grant Lampton then. He's as Mike Sutterth. He has multiple
Right,
identities.
well, so do I,
Yes, sometimes you're Eric Gagnon, sometimes you're Eazy-G.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, in our eyes, you're always Eazy-G.
Like that time I went to my gathering on every other Friday at my friend's house, and they talk a little bit about the Lord and a couple of different things. And I share some food, and he says, that guy over there, Eric, he's a big celebrity. I said, come on. And then the other woman in the crowd, in the room, started to go,
Oh. Now, what does the Lord know you as? Does the Lord know you as Eric, or does the Lord know you as Easy?
Maybe both, yeah.
Oh, right. Because I just thought maybe the Lord knows you as Eric, but the devil knows you as Easy.
Yeah, I know
Your darker side.
I know this fella ever since the 88, so we go way back.
You've known the Lord since 1988?
No, I know this friend of mine hosts the event tomorrow night. Every other Friday at his house.
Oh, I understand. Wow. He keeps having to do this every other Friday? You'd think he'd have gotten it right by now.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a couple of years now, yeah.
A couple of years?
I've been going for about 2 years now.
Said he's been doing it since 1988.
Well, that's why I met him years ago, a group called the Stepping Stone Prayer Group over in Bedford.
Oh.
Until the priest kicked us out one time. He didn't really like the group, and we left the heat on one night.
You left the heat on?
Yeah, by mistake. He said, you're out of here.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we ended up at St. Marie's, yeah.
He said, hit the road, Jack.
Wow.
And by
Rid
then,
of my heat bill.
the group kind of fell apart because people got married and had kids. Can you believe it?
Wow. Amazing.
I'm stuck on this heat thing.
The group dissolved, yeah. He was looking for any excuse to get rid of us.
Oh, really?
And that was it. So I said, see you later.
I know
Wow.
people like that, man.
Yeah. You leave the heat on once, and they just
Yep.
they kick you out. They say, take your Lord with
He
you.
had his excuse, so.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Wow.
That was the best group I ever was involved in because I'm still friends with a lot of the same people that I met back in '88.
Yes, but they're careless with the utilities.
Apparently, but I wasn't in
That's a
charge.
problem.
I was just along for the ride.
I understand. That's a good way to skirt responsibility. And we have a call. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
This is Mary from Manchester.
Mary from Manchester.
Hi, Mary.
How
Hi,
are
Mary.
you?
Hi, Eric. I don't want to interrupt your
Oh,
your
we love
your full
interruptions here.
segue here, but I'm just calling, and I've called into Peter's show. I just want to promote one little thing,
Please.
or actually two little things. It's the Battle of the Badges baseball game, which will be at Fisher Cat Stadium on August 20th. My son works for the fire department. He's going to be playing.
Oh.
And then he and Pat Mills from Bonfire are going to be sponsoring a cornhole tournament on August 8th, which is a Sunday.
Where do we sign
There's
up?
tons of cool prizes. It should be a good time, and it's a great cause.
Now,
Just throwing it out there.
no, that all sounds wonderful, although I'm surprised. I would have expected to see Eazy-G writing that all down in his orange binder for the entertainment report.
Yeah.
Hold on. All I care about is where do we sign up?
Let him write it down.
Ooh.
And he better be playing in the cornhole tournament. I will sponsor his team. I think I think you need 4 people, but I will do that. It's $20 a team, and I will definitely sponsor Eazy-G's team if he
I'll think about
wants
that.
to do that.
What time is this little
I believe it starts at
basketball?
2:00. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday afternoon for the cornhole tournament at Bonfire.
Well, talking
And
about
then
the baseball game.
I believe is a little bit more in the evening. I'll have to get more specific times on that one.
How about the
but it's a
baseball
great
game?
cause.
What day is that now again?
That is the 20th of August.
What time?
So it is Manchester. Actually, it's police and fire, not just Manchester. So it's statewide police and fire. And we come from a police and fire family. So only because my son is on the fire department, I have to root for fire. But my heart's also with the police department. So it'll be fun.
What time's the game for the baseball?
Not sure. I'm going to look it up. I do believe it's in the afternoon.
All right, Battle of the Badgers. All righty.
Oh, very good.
Yes. Write that down. I'll get more specifics to you, Eric. I can get it to you through Peter.
I have one question. Where do you sign up for the cornhole tournament? Because I have a group of friends who I've been playing with at Central Ale who have been obsessed with
you
cornhole.
can actually, if you look at Pat Mills or whatever Bonfire, their Facebook page,
Okay.
they have the advertisement there. You can go in. You can go in there and he can sign you up, or you can literally go in that day. I mean, I think they kind of like to know like the number of people so that they can at least be able to provide enough food and drinks for everybody. But I'm sure they can handle that. So yeah, it's a super friendly, fun event, and it's just a good crowd. So I hope you guys can make it.
Well, very good.
I will definitely make it. 100%.
And Eazy-G has studiously written that down, so I'm sure it will be included in his entertainment report. And
I'll write it down.
Oh, he's writing it down. And Mary, call us anytime to remind us of these events. Absolutely.
I will do that. And I think Pat Mills and my son are going to be on Peter's show sometime next week before Pete goes on vacation, kind of to promote it. So, yeah, I'll let you guys know for sure, and I'll get more specific times.
Excellent.
To Eric.
Well, how do you get tickets for the baseball game?
Oh, he has a question. Say that again, Eric.
How do you get tickets?
Oh, you know what? Go to the cornhole tournament. I think they're just going to be giving them out. And I think they only cost like $6 each if you do just pay at the door.
Oh, wow.
So that's, so it's relatively inexpensive. But I think at the cornhole tournament event, they might be handing out tickets if you participate. So I'll cover you on that as well.
All right. Wow. Cool.
Mary, there is I don't know if you'll know the answer to this offhand. There is a question in the Facebook live chat. Scott Robinson says, do you get free bacon when you get into the cornhole tournament?
I am sure that you do. I'll put a special request into Pat.
Nice.
But I'm sure you will.
Nice.
Hey, tell him, have him put in a request for the filet mignon and the lobster tails. I'll tell Pat he's going to provide those as well.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Well, you guys are great. Thanks for taking my call and letting me take up your time.
Anytime.
So, yeah, I'll definitely be in touch because it's going to be a fun event.
Anytime. All right, Mary. Thank you so much for the call.
Thank you.
Okay, you take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Very good. Wow.
I heard about the cornhole tournament a few days ago, actually, and I was actually interested. And I'm glad she called in.
Oh, excellent.
I remember going to that event, Battle of the Badgers, and then I worked it one year, and boy, were we busy.
What did you do there?
I was working there one time.
I know. But what did you do there?
I was working, getting the hot dogs ready. And,
okay. I thought maybe you were security because you like the muscle shirts.
So busy. Oh my God.
And
I went there years ago as a fan. So.
Right.
And they used to have one at the hockey at the Battle of the Badgers when the arena used to be open, and they packed them in for that too. Wow, we were so busy.
Wow.
I can't wait for the arena to open up again.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
No, didn't they announce
There's something happening in
They say
October.
October, but who knows?
October?
I'll believe it when I see it. I'm a little skeptic.
I think they're already announcing. Aren't they already selling tickets for shows in
Yeah.
October?
True,
They're
but they've
selling
sold tickets for
Yeah.
shows in the past and they had to cancel it. So
I don't think
I'll
they'll
believe it
cancel
when
it
I
this
see
year.
it.
I don't think they'll cancel it this year. We're at the tail end of COVID.
Well,
Yeah.
sort of. Well, for the vaccinated, we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
For the unvaccinated,
Who-
it's,
I don't mean to be dark on the arena, but they've been closed for so long.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, as long as they open up, because then, like where I DJ, we'll get crowds, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
excited
true.
for that.
That's true. Hey, if you ever need security, have you thought of hiring Eazy-G?
Oh, let's
boy.
not talk about security,
Well, just
man. Over the
because
past,
I mean, I'm looking at him with his muscles. You know, he's got the muscle shirt, the big arms, the big guns. He's showing off
I love
his
our
guns.
security over at Central Ale, dude.
Sun's
I love
out,
them.
guns out. Well, maybe you can get Eazy-G. Do you need a job, Eric? Maybe you can get Eazy-G
well,
hired
I
over
think I'm
there.
all set with that.
Oh,
I'm not sure
okay.
we could afford them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
true.
true.
Good point.
That's true. Yes. Well, very good. So the phone line is open, 603-250-6007. If you'd like to join us, 603-250-6007. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. I did get an email from Mike Doyle on an important issue. I don't think we'll get to it today, but we will save that. Also, tomorrow, I am supposed to be meeting, hopefully she comes through, the meme of Texas Mike, my biggest fan.
Exciting.
It is.
Exciting times.
Now, the only thing is, though, the way he phrased it is he's bringing her in to meet me before the show. So I don't know if she'll be actually on the show.
Yeah, he said she was a little shy.
A little shy
Like
and
Mike said,
and
yep.
probably a little bit intimidated. I mean, she is my biggest fan.
Yeah.
Or at least my biggest fan in all of Texas, in the Lone Star State. You know, she listens to us on our Dallas-Fort Worth affiliate, KCOW.
Yeah.
I might have to bring back the cattle report. I don't know. But very excited to.
I remember the good old cattle report.
Yes. Well, it was a contractual obligation, you know, to be on
man.
that, to be on KCOW.
Yeah, I know. Texas Mike was saying, I don't know if that station really exists.
Oh, no, Texas. Oh, Texas Mike. He's so silly. Of course it exists.
Oh,
You think I'd make something like that up for a silly radio bit? What do you think I am?
Well, you know what they say
My
about
God.
radio is theater of the mind.
Well, it is. That is very true. Yes, absolutely.
I heard that somewhere.
Yes. Well, we'll say hello to everybody in the Facebook live chat. Mike Pelopita, who is a top fan, says hi, everyone. Mike, of course, from Queen City Cabinetry, another one of our wonderful sponsors. By the way, Eazy-G, I believe, of course, it's named in the historic Sunbeam Mall, named for General Sunbeam, the greatest military mind since sliced bread. And I believe his birthday is coming up. I hope you have that in your entertainment report when it happens.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Yeah, well, I would suggest Googling it.
Yeah, I'll get to that later.
Thank you. Yes. What a relief.
Number one on my list. I
Oh,
guess.
good.
I don't know.
Well, as long as it's on your list somewhere. Wayne Noel is a top fan from Michigan. Says, afternoon, everyone. How is this happening? Eazy is awake and walking around. Yes. Well, you did say you had a 90-minute nap earlier.
Yeah, and I had one this morning, too.
You had a nap this morning, too?
Yeah, I didn't sleep very well again, so.
Oh,
little
okay.
surprised.
Why aren't you sleeping? What's going on there?
I don't know. Like I told you a while back, I'm going to be seeing a sleep doctor, but it's not until the end of September.
Oh, yes.
So really looking forward to that.
Oh, very good. Melanie La Liberté in the chat room says, is Eazy trying to drive the ladies crazy with those muscle shirts? That's not very nice.
Well, yeah, I've heard worse.
Well, the ladies always want what they can't have. Good
point.
That's a fact.
She's in Vermont, Melanie. So,
Good point.
it's not like she's local and can just come down here and squeeze those biceps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You're evil, Matt. You.
All
right, that's done.
The Honorable Heidi Hamer says, wow, Eazy is in the studio and on Elm Street. Oh, Heidi must have seen you Yeah, she says Easy in the studio and on Elm Street. He's
I saw
so
Heidi
famous.
last week.
Did you?
Yeah, I saw her at Central Ale House from Midas's event. That
Oh, very nice.
she didn't get the notification that he had canceled due to the weather.
Oh yeah. We've had crappy weather on Sundays.
Yeah, man, it's really getting annoying. at this
Hopefully,
point.
hopefully this Sunday is nice. DJ Midas.
No, it's gonna rain.
Is it supposed to rain again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a chance of rain. Yeah.
Oh,
No surprise.
jeez, we're not catching a break. Jenny is in the Facebook live chat and says, "Shalom, peeps." Tom Blanchard also joins us and says it's going to be a good night. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Rocky Huber is in the chat and says, "Don't forget, today is a farewell show today for all your viewers who will be stolen from you tomorrow." Yes, that is true. Crazy Joe did post something on Facebook that tomorrow night at 9 p.m. he'll be going live on his Crazy Joe show page. I guess his Facebook suspension. Just to get banned again, but I guess his suspension is ending, and he'll have a new live broadcast. And he threatened in a, he had messaged Texas Mike and said that he would be taking all of my fans from me.
Dude, he tried to put me in jail.
Yeah, that's true. He did call the police on you.
He called the police on me, man.
Yes. Well, he gets very upset.
That's not right at all.
No.
And he told the police he's a comedian.
That is what he.
That ain't no comedian.
Yeah.
If he is one, he's a very bad one.
Uh-oh.
Someone had to say it.
Uh-oh. He's going to get mad at you now, Eazy-G.
Careful, he might call the New York Police Department.
Or he might threaten to take all of your fans.
And I almost tasted the fruits of my labor.
But yes, that's...
When I put that 20-year-old in jail.
Yes. Well, he tried to. He tried to.
I think one of his heroes must be Pinocchio.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, because he tells a lot of stories.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does.
They're all false.
Mike Palapita says, I like the groove. He liked that song I played, that Egg on My Face song. Dirk Don is in the chat room. Dirk, of course, from Arrogant Media, says, I cannot wait for Joe's stream tomorrow. I'm so excited. Shannon McGuire is in the chat room. Hello, Shannon. Also, Pete Trouble Morse joins us.
Hey, Pete.
Scott Robinson says, good afternoon, Connarton-ites and Easy-ites.
Wow.
Ooh, Easy-ites. Nice. Wow. And Scott says, I don't like to eat meat off the bone either. Good. I'm glad I'm not alone in that,
Listen,
Scott.
if you're not eating Central Ale House's wings, you're not doing it right. I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness. Well. Dirk Don says, traditional wings are the gosh darn best.
Nope. Barbecue. I stand firm on that. Actually, their regular wings are actually pretty good. I'll give them that.
Miriam Banish is a top fan and says good afternoon in the chat. Tom Blanchard says, I wonder how many times he gets beeped at between Lowell Street and Hanover Street. Yeah, that you must get a lot of that, Eazy-G, I would imagine, when you're wearing your muscle shirt. People honking at you, cat calls. Do you ever walk by a construction site with that shirt on? I'll bet you hear all kinds of things.
Hey, baby.
Well, hey, a couple days ago, I was a little word on play reckless, and I didn't use the crosswalk, and some guy rolled down the window and he had a couple words I can't say on FM radio.
Oh,
Use the sidewalk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Use the crosswalk.
I tried to forget about it, but I said under my breath, "Save to you."
Oh my goodness.
I try to be better than him, you know.
Right.
I've never said those
But
words
it's so hard to do it in the moment, you know. You try to do. Don't say that same word that he said to you.
Right.
I've never said those words in my life.
Good.
Yeah, it's
That's
Never.
good.
Never.
That's
I
good.
think it's another Pinocchio story.
No, what are you talking about?
We've all said those bad words we shouldn't
No,
say we can't
not
say on the
me.
radio.
Not me. I've never done anything wrong like that.
Oh, sure. All
That's why I haven't played at 603.
right, well, there you go.
Rocky Huber in the chat room, you know how earlier we were talking about having multiple wives? Rocky said, imagine Easy having multiple wives. That equals multiple restraining orders, LOL.
Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing that up, Rocky. Wow.
Bro, that's a little wow.
Wow,
Ouch, dude. Yo.
Burn. The young people say that, right? Burn? Or you got served or something?
We haven't said that since 2015.
Oh. Why do you keep telling me these things, Eric? All the things the young people say, they always end up being
Burn.
wrong. I thought you said that. Don't you say you got served, son?
No.
That's not a thing. Oh, okay.
I think the only one,
2015 it was, Matt.
I think the only one that
First
says it
started
is
the
you,
show.
Matt.
Oh, well, I try to be young and hip for the audience.
Yeah.
Let's see. Melanie said something funny that I'm not going to read on the air. Scott Robinson said, the entertainment report is absolutely must-hear radio.
Wow.
I hope you've got some Amanda McCarthy tour dates for our
I
friend
do. I have,
Scott
I have a
Robinson.
brand new one.
He's your biggest fan. Let's see. Just want to make sure we're not missing anybody in here. It's almost 4:30 already. It goes
I know,
by
I've got to
so
blast
fast. Oh, when do you have to leave?
About 4:30ish.
Oh, where do you have to be?
I have to go back to Central Hill to grab some stuff. And
Okay. Dan Lavasser in the chat room says, Governor Sununu stated today, kids don't need masks to return to school in the fall. Vax or not, no masks. I don't feel good about that.
Well, here's the thing. You go into Walmart, you don't need a mask, right?
Correct. I think the concern is that school kids will not be vaccinated yet because we're not vaccinating. Like kids under 12 will not be vaccinated yet. So the schools are going to be petri dishes of
So why are
COVID.
they waiting so long? Like,
I think it's just a matter of figuring out, that it's definitely going to be safe for kids. This is a different.
then I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I'd wait to even send kids back to school at that point.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it gets complicated.
I mean,
I'm not sure how I feel about it either.
Yeah, I'd wait to send kids back to school.
No, you can't do that because they've been home too long.
They've had the whole summer off.
I'm talking about doing remote learning. It's just going on too long. It's not good for their mental health overall. That's just my opinion.
Well, it's 4:30 now. Do you need to?
I'll stay a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Scott Robinson in the chat says, "Easy, can I get a shout out to my daughter for her 26th birthday yesterday?"
Yeah. Happy birthday to Scott Robinson's daughter. What's her name?
We don't know.
We don't know. Maybe he'll put it in the Facebook live chat.
All right. Well, anyways, happy birthday.
Yes, yes.
I think I saw that on Facebook.
Dirk Don says, that's the shirt that Eazy wore when he beat me up for my lunch money.
Who?
Dirk Don. Did you
Oh,
beat
yeah.
him up for his lunch? You bully. Were you a bully in school?
No, I was bullied all the time.
How dare you? Yeah, you were bullied then, so now you take it out on Dirk Don and take his lunch money? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
My God. Tony Petrello says, I don't know if they still do it. Whoops. But on Wednesday night, Central Ale would give you 10 wings for $1 for every beer you bought.
No, but we do have 50 cent wings
Oh, okay.
on Wednesdays. That's
Oh,
also
wow.
another day at DJ. I open for Sammy Smooth.
Oh, good. Okay. And Tony says, Christian's right. They are very good, the wings.
I think I've seen Tony before at one of my shows. Can't
Did
remember.
you? Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was my last 603 show
Oh,
before we parted ways.
Oh, okay. I met Tony for the first time last week at the live remote that we did at the Hop Knot.
Yeah, think
I
met
was
him too,
bummed
yeah.
I couldn't make that.
Yes, yes. Well, you weren't the only one. Gonzo was supposedly going to be there. We didn't see him either.
Well, you know what happened to Gonzo? He was on last Friday, and he told Peter White and whoever was listening he was at the lake for 2 days.
Oh,
And of course, Peter was making fun of him a little bit, saying, did your wife okay that to go there? And he's, oh, of course. But now he's not supposed to be on the Peter White Morning Show anymore. I don't know if you heard that, Matt.
no.
I thought you weren't supposed to be on the Peter White Morning Show.
No, what happened is he walked into a hornet's nest. He said, if I don't win the trivia on Wednesday, I'm out of here.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as he lost, he dropped the mic and he went out the door.
Wow. No kidding.
But I don't think that's true. It's Gonzo. He'll be back tomorrow.
Gotta love Gonzo.
Right.
Man,
right.
big shout out to him too, because I see him painting the barriers on Elm Street at like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm walking to Red Arrow after a whole night of DJing and
Yeah.
partying, and it's like, wow,
Oh, yeah.
that's cool.
Well,
Absolutely.
he's a night owl.
I can't anymore.
Alexandra is Scott Robinson's daughter. So
Happy birthday, Alexandra.
that's it?
Happy birthday.
Put some emphasis in that.
Happy birthday, Alexandra.
That's right. That's what I like to hear.
many more birthdays. There you go.
Hey, I use the air horn way too much.
Do you?
Yep.
I've been told I do.
By me too.
Actually, you don't really do. I remember a while back you did a lot of the air horns.
Well, get ready because today.
Oh yeah, I got something to bring up to you, Matt. The other day I was listening to the replay, and
Someone says,
if I hear that Hammer story one more time.
The story of MC Hammer?
Oh my God, again?
Well, I like to remind people of it so that if someday, if you find me dead, you'll know that it was MC Hammer who murdered me.
Oh my God.
So I just want, it's kind of my way. It's a way of protecting myself. It's like, look, Hammer, if you're listening from Oakland, California, everyone knows.
I'll be your DJ.
Well, I was going to say, though, everyone knows that, Hammer wants to kill me.
Hammer's all done.
Send me out to Oakland. He can go on tour again, and I can DJ for him.
I thought you were going to say, send me out to Oakland, and I'll
his
kill
career
him
is
for
over.
You. Well,
that too.
Yes, his career is over, but I don't like to say that on the show because I'm afraid he'll, that's why I always say, please, Hammer, don't hurt me.
I don't think he's listening.
I hope not. I hope not. After that whole thing happened, I did see an uptick in on my website in traffic out of Oakland, California, and that's 100% true, by the way.
It was MC Hammer just coming in.
Probably was. No, I think I did land on somebody's radar with that whole thing, though, for real. Because I'm not kidding about that. I saw.
Yeah, that's
when
what
I
happens.
look at the
especially today in today's social media.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'll post Instagram stories and I'll have DJs that I don't even know who have like 4.5 million followers.
Yeah.
This guy effing did. He viewed my story and I'm like, what? How? Like what? How am I on these guys' radar? How are they viewing my story? It's like I'm just a nobody in the middle of Manchester DJing.
Yeah.
And these guys are viewing my story. It's just the power of social media. Word gets around. People will talk about you.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think that now, Eric, I do want to get to your entertainment report, but I have some good news, by the way, that I wanted to share this with you.
Oh wow!
Because I know that now it looks yellow for some reason on camera for those watching online, but it's actually orange. You have your wonderful orange binder. Now, I don't know if you've ever thought about what you're going to do if anything happens to your orange binder, but I did find a place. I happened to find this on YouTube. Apparently, YouTuber Cole Wright has a binder that he can sell to you. So if anything ever happens to that one, if it wears out, if it gets damaged or whatever, and here, I'm going to play the commercial. I found this right before coming on the air.
Oh, wow.
Football, cars, single-handedly the two greatest things ever invented during human history. What if I told you there was something else, something even better than both of them? It is called the Orange Binder. Single-handedly the greatest invention ever made. With the low price of $26.36, this binder can be yours permanently because I will glue it to your hand. You will never lose it. You'll take it everywhere you go, even to a fast food restaurant. It is the perfect companion for anyone who's lonely. Trust me, I've tested it. Call this phone number with your credit card and debit card ready to purchase yourself your very own orange binder.
So there you go. And what I'm going to do, Eric, is so that, in case you want to call that gentleman with your credit card number, I'm going to share this commercial from the YouTube to the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And then
I think I'm all set.
Well, you say that now, Eric, but what if the unthinkable happens to your orange binder?
I can just pick another one up at Market Basket for $1.
Well, I know, but you could get like this guy's basket for only $26.36.
Yeah, he's kind of overpriced.
Well, maybe, but when you watch the video of the commercial and you actually see the binder, you might say to yourself, "I need that binder." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bobby Champagne says maybe Eazy-G should insure his binder with the Lloyd's of London insurance adjusters. Have you considered that, Eric?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's something to think about.
I think it's a little overboard.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know how seriously you take your entertainment report.
I try to, yes.
So I'm going to, I'm waiting for your music to queue up here. But while I do that, let me give the numbers again. 603-250-6007. If you'd like to join us live, perhaps you might have a question during Eazy-G's entertainment report or something you'd like him to include, or you want to request a birthday shout out. 603-250-6007 is the number. And here we go.
He was once a thug from around the way. Easy.
You want to know about stock market crashes, COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip? Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style. That's why I'm easy.
'Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
And we do have a call. This could be someone with a suggestion
maybe.
about the orange binder even. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, Matt. It's Lucille. I'm calling to say I love your show. I listen all the time as I do the morning show.
Thank you.
I was on Elm Street today, and I got to say, a shout-out to Michael Gonzalez. He is a brilliant artist. I saw what he did with Eazy-G, and it's so his likeness and the added touch of a tear. It was really, really nice.
Oh, so that's what Heidi meant about seeing Eazy-G on Elm Street. So, see, I haven't seen this yet. So Gonzo painted, or whatever you would call it, a likeness of Eazy-G on Elm Street?
Yes, with a tear coming down.
Oh, wow. No kidding. Where? Do you remember?
603.
Oh, in
It's
front
on
of the
the Lowell. It's not an Elm. I think it's the Lowell.
Yeah, right around the corner there. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to look at that after the show. Oh, very
And
cool.
also, Easy, you have the best laugh I have ever heard. When you laugh, I laugh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Well, you all have a good night now.
All right, Lucille.
I'll be listening to the show.
Thank you so much for the call.
Wow.
Take care. Well, very nice call from Lucille. And are you leaving us, Christian?
Yes, sir. I gotta go.
All right. Well, before you go, you should plug what you got coming up this
Central
week.
Ale House tomorrow night, 9 to 1 a.m. We got hookahs, barbecue wings, beer, obviously. It's gonna be a great night. Chill vibe.
Excellent. All right. Kristen LaCoss, DJ Reckless is leaving us. Thank you. And and that reminds me too. I completely forgot to mention this. I wanted to say hello to Chris up the street at Bunny's, the wonderful convenience store here on Elm Street. I stopped in there earlier and gave him a shirt and one of the Matt Connarton Unleashed limited edition shirts that Jenny had made for us. We were giving them out at the event last week at the Hop Knot, the live remote at the Hop Knot, our wonderful sponsor. So all we really had left was a couple smalls and some extra large. But Chris at Bunny's, who's a big supporter of this program and all the shows here at WMNH, they play us on the radio at Bunny's, and I stopped in there earlier and gave Chris a shirt. He said he would wear it with pride. So there you go. And I did post a picture of that on social media. The way the light is, it looks like you can almost see through Chris. It's like he's a ghost. You'll see what I mean if you see the picture. But let's see. Oh, and DJ Midas is in the Facebook live chat, by the way. Midas, of course, part of the WMNH family, the host of Late Night Delight, which you can hear every Saturday night beginning at 12 midnight all the way to 4 a.m. with a replay on Sunday. And weather permitting, although the weather's been tough lately, but Midas, of course, 3 to 8 p.m. at Central Ale House on the patio doing the DJ thing. Very, very cool. And then followed by Kristen LaCosse, DJ Reckless from 8 to 1 a.m. on Sunday night. Bobby Champagne in the chat room says, Maddie is mesmerizing Eazy-G with his voice. If he's not careful, Eazy-G will fall asleep again and have to head home, LOL. That might have been the problem last week, Eric, is I'm so mesmerizing. I am a professional mesmerist, also known as a hypnotherapist.
Yeah, that's true.
And I can, in fact, make you feel very deeply relaxed, very calm, very comfortable, very peaceful. But I don't want to do that because we're live on the radio, and I don't want someone to fall asleep while they're driving in their car.
Yeah, that
listening.
would not be good at all.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, and Eric Street just joined us in the Facebook live chat. Eric says, I saw that Bunny's has muscle milk. Does Easy drink that?
I never heard of that before.
Oh, muscle milk. Sure you haven't. All right, Eazy-G, let's hear that entertainment report. I not to put any pressure on you,
Yeah.
but I hope that it includes a lot of entertainment.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
I hope so too.
Time will tell.
We all do. Yes.
Let me know at the end of the report if it's any entertaining.
I will let you know.
All right. Okay, well, today is July 22nd on a Thursday, and I'm trying to find dedicated to somebody I've never done it before. It kind of seems like I'm running out of people because I've.
This is my favorite part, by the way, of your entertainment report. I love the dedications.
Oh, yeah, true. So this time, dedicated to a new friend of mine who's been on the morning show many times in the last month or so, Kyle Clayton.
Kyle Clayton on the morning show.
Yeah, my new friend.
He is, I met Kyle for the first time at the live remote at the Hop Knot last week. And Kyle has been on the morning show every day for like 2 weeks now, I think. He's got quite the streak going.
Yeah, he does, yeah. I don't know if he's going to break Lenny's streak. I think he showed up every day for a year or so.
Ooh.
That's going to be tough to break.
By the way, Rocky Uber says he doesn't drink a muscle milk. He snorts it. He's a savage.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Bobby Champagne says Kyle's the man. Yeah,
unfortunately, he's joined a club you don't want to be in, and it's a club you don't want to join, Matt. Anytime soon, he broke a rib.
Who? Kyle did?
Yes, he did.
How did he break a rib?
Well, the story was that he was he was wrestling one of his buddies, and it got a little too out of hand.
That's why I only wrestle my enemies.
So let that be a lesson to you. Don't do that stuff.
No roughhousing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I hope he feels better. Wow.
I hope so too. I've never broken a rib, but I understand it's extraordinarily painful.
Yeah, you don't want to join that club.
You know,
club you don't want to join.
Hulk Hogan had, I think, a couple of broken ribs during his famous match against The Rock at WrestleMania in Toronto.
Yes, he did. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of The Rock, I heard today on the World Wide Web that he's supposed to fight Roman Reigns at the WrestleMania 38 next year, but I don't think that's going to happen because I thought it was in his contract that he can't go in the ring anymore.
Well, yes. Maybe there are exceptions. Maybe he can't, for those who don't know what we're referring to, sometimes these movie studios who don't really want The Rock, the golden goose of Hollywood right now these days, they don't necessarily want him getting into the ring and risking injury while he's making all these movies. So they put it in his contract not to do that. They don't want The Rock doing any roughhousing.
That's so far away that you can take that with a grain of salt.
By the way, Shannon McGuire likes how you spread all the papers out on the
I'm putting them back now.
On the desk. Oh, are you do you rearrange them as you go?
I don't know. It's not nothing really entertaining in there, so. So we'll move to this event's happening. People say I was talking about event too far away, but this is happening tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night
at the Rex Theater. Ali Baudry will be there.
I believe it's pronounced Baudry.
Baudry, yes. Bill Cini's wife there. Oh. And I've seen her play many times. Have you ever seen her play, Matt?
I don't believe I have.
Wow, she's really good, and she's going to be there tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And you get tickets, $20 reserved at palacetheater.org. And not only will she be there, I've heard this guy play many times over at the Cafe de Ron, and when they had some regular Jabba Jams. Paul Nelson. And they're also going to have singer-songwriter Charlie, I messed up his last name, but Charlie, and this guy named Bassus Nick. So it's going to be a heck of a time. So
is it his bassist, Nick? Perhaps.
Yes, Nick. Yep.
Unless it's the Nick that plays with Fish.
Yeah, so they're all going to be there tomorrow night. So if you want nothing to do tomorrow night, check that out. I highly recommend it. I've seen her play many times.
How many?
Oh, lots. I've lost track.
More than 10?
Oh, I definitely. Probably 30 times.
30 times? You're like a super fan.
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
So anyways, there's something else going on. The Capitol Theater for the Arts, way up in Concord.
The White Mountains of Concord.
Have 603-225-1111, or you go ccanh.com. They're having some great youth theater indoors at the Chubb Theater, RB Production Theater Company. They're going to have Godspell.
It's called the Chubb Theater?
Yep.
I know I ask you this every week, but why do they call it that?
I have no idea.
Oh.
It's also air conditioned. All shows are Friday and Saturday at 7. They have Godspell on the 23rd and 24th, and they got The Wizard of Oz, one of my favorites, July 30th and 31st. Oh, yeah, and The Wizard of Oz, I think it will be at this Palace Theater tonight for the last time.
It's going to be at the
6:30.
Hell Theater?
Palace Theater.
Palace.
Yep.
I don't know how I got hell out of that.
The kids show is like 45 minutes.
I definitely have hearing damage because I honestly thought you said Hell Theater. I was
No.
very confused. I didn't know what to think.
Yeah, if there was a Hell Theater, that's probably a place where Satan might hang out. So.
Right. Satan is at the Hell Theater.
We don't want to hang with him.
He's doing a one-man show.
So you're looking at, get your craft on. It's still going strong, 550arts.com.
Did you say gay crafts?
No, get your craft on.
Oh, see, I have all this hearing damage.
Right here on
ECG.
Elm Street,
I don't hear
550
things
Elm
well.
Street. You can get more information at 603-232-5597.
Uh-huh.
Instead of starting at the back, I'm going to start at the front here.
Oh, you're going to start at the front. Actually, starting at the front is a great idea.
First, I got the couple of scribbles here. The Queen City Cupcakes, don't forget to check them out. So tasty right here on Elm Street.
Especially on a hot day. Nothing like
it's not really hot today, though.
I like a chocolate, like a big chocolate cupcake on a hot day.
Oh, there you go. The cupcakes are good in any kind of weather. DJ Midas, speaking of the Midas, he'll be on the morning show tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Very nice. Very nice.
And the weather permitting, he'll be at Central Ale House every Sunday from 3 p.m. over at 603. Oh, sorry, whoops. Central Ale House, not 603. And, oh, boy.
Lucille loves it when you laugh.
Yeah, it's true. Thanks for listening.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the guy with two different names, one of them is his... when he sings Garrett Lampton every Friday at 7 o'clock at the Hop Knot.
Yes, but when he's here for his Tweakonomics segment on Tuesday afternoons, he's Mike Sutterth.
Yeah, and then we'll start at the beginning here. 603.
That's a great place to start.
669-7469, MajesticTheater.net for tickets, and you can call that number to make a donation or get a gift card. And they're having one final summer play on this weekend. I think it's the 24th and 25th, till death us part. And they have limited tickets, and I think there's still some left. And then Mary called up a few minutes ago and said August 20th on a Friday. Don't know the exact time. She said she'll get back to us. Battle of the Badges. It's police and fire. Friday at the Fisher Gas, and I believe the tickets he told me are $6 at the door.
I was a big fan of when I was a kid, the Battle of the Network Stars. Remember that, Eazy-G?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I do.
I always expected David Hasselhoff to do better than he did, though.
Yeah, that was a great show back then.
He was a bit of a letdown, but that John Davidson, I'll tell you, he was impressive.
Yes, and speaking of the Palace Theater, mentioned them a few minutes ago, palacetheater.org. You can also make a donation or you get a gift card. They're calling 603-668-5580, and their box office is open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5, and they got a couple fun shows coming up. The first one is it's a little down the road, but you can get tickets now. It's Seth Meyers, Manchester guy, coming back doing a show. He's done many shows there. August 27th on Friday at 7 p.m. And this guy, I don't think he's ever played the theater. It's been canceled a couple of times because of the COVID, but he's rescheduled again October 21st on a Thursday. Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel. Did you know that he is a germaphobe?
I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't like to shake hands. He was way ahead of the curve on COVID.
Yeah, you got a point there. But yeah, he's a real funny guy.
You sound a little sarcastic the way you said that, Eazy-G. Do you really think he's a funny guy?
I do. I see him all the time on the America's Got Talent.
Because the way you said it, you were like, "Yeah, he's a real funny guy." Like you didn't really mean it.
You ever watch that show, America's Got Talent?
You know, I never really have. Jenny, I think, watches it.
It's been I think a 3-week hiatus because of the Olympics. It's funny because I googled it and I was right. When they did all the talent comes on and and they said you're going to the live show or you're going to the live show. They press that button and you're automatically going to the live show, or you go to the second round if they pick you. And I knew I had a feeling that the fake audience, because of the COVID, when they tape it months ahead of time. So when they do go to the live shows, they'll still have an audience, but it won't be 100% capacity. Because it's funny when they talk about the guys doing very well and they show the audience clapping, but it's nobody there. So hyped in. So I always laugh and say, "Wow, even the fake audience likes that guy or girl." But some of those acts, I tell you, that to me, that they don't have any talent. I've been watching that almost since day one. It's funny though; they've never seen to pick a singer. A couple of times they picked a puppet. They do the puppets there. The first guy that won, he got $1 million. And of course, you can get $1 million or split over 40 years, or you can get a lump sum of money. He signed a contract in Las Vegas for 10 years, $100 million.
Wow. And
of course, for Sucker Percussion, calling the boys, they got their big break on that show. They came in third place, but then they got a phone call from Las Vegas. They said, "Hey, Justin, you want to do a show in Las Vegas?" He says, "Well, oh yeah, heck yeah." And so they got their big break from that. Sometimes you don't have to win, and you can get your break on the show.
That's right. Well, I mean, as everyone knows, you got your big break on the morning show after your appearance on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, yeah, don't get me started with that crappy show. They say it's coming back this fall, but I hope it doesn't.
I heard you're replacing Tom Bergeron.
Yeah, well, they had the lady that does it now, America Scott, Tyra Banks, and she was just horrible the last time she was on that show.
Well, I heard you're replacing her.
As the MC.
Or at least you're in the running.
Nothing against the lady, but... Not,
really? I don't think you, I think you do have something against her.
Not a fan.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
You know, it's the hillbilly mentality.
All right. So we'll see what else is going on here.
What else is going on, Eazy-G?
Too many scribbles.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, here we go. The MTA bus trips are still happening. I don't think they did the one July 3rd because it rained. And so the next one is Saturday, August 7th. They go to the beach and you depart from Veterans Park either 8 or 10:30, and you return at either 2 or 4:30. And all the cost is $5. And they sold at Veterans Park cash or check starting at 7 a.m. So it's first come, first serve.
Now, Rocky Huber is asking in the chat room, how about a wrestling report, Easy? Do you have any wrestling in your...
All right, it's coming, yep.
Oh, good.
Be patient.
Excellent.
In the NASCAR, had a couple raindrops in there, and Kyle Busch crashed like the second lap. He wasn't very happy. He had a few choice words to say about that. And I don't know if they should have even had the race, but they did. And it got called a few before the dark came. They had a 2-hour rain delay, and they don't have no lights there. So that's part of the contract they signed years ago that they wouldn't do any night racing because it's a small place in Loudon, New Hampshire. So anyways, the winner got a big lobster, and he hasn't won too many races, but now he's in the playoffs run at Arik El Mara. A real strange, different kind of name. And they take the next 2 weeks off because of the Olympics. And the playoffs are coming soon. They'll have the top 16 drivers, and then they cut it down to the top 12, the top 8, and then the final 4 race for the championship. So
you know, it's the hillbilly mentality.
Rocky Huber says, talk about the time Randy Orton doused the Undertaker's casket with gas and lit it on fire.
I remember that.
Is that in your entertainment report?
No, but
okay.
I remember that. Randy Orton's got kind of on a hiatus right now.
Yes.
I think it's the time
so
off
my show is
diversified.
That's why my show is so much better than Matt's show.
Well, now the NBA season is over. The NBA draft lottery was a while back, and the Detroit Pistons got the number 1 pick. So next Thursday, to see who they pick, because that's the NBA draft for all you NBA fans. And they had last night. They had the Seattle hockey team to do cranking, pick all their teams. So you just see how they do next year. I mean,
but
fall.
Some people said that Matt's show is boring.
And then next Thursday, for all you Patriot lovers, they open up training camp. So before you know it, they'll be tossing around the pigskin, as they say.
Pigskin?
Yeah, I heard that today. Oh, yeah, the Red Sox fans, the next 4 games at Fenway are going to be Red Sox, Yankees. So I wrote down Yahoo. And I hear that the Olympics is, and even though I got some stuff going on now, the Olympics are happening tomorrow with the opening ceremonies, and it's on the schedule. The what's that guy? Donald Trump, there, president. He made fun. I always mess the name up. Paralympics.
Paralympics, yes.
Yeah, Paralympics. August 24th on a Tuesday, and then the Winter Olympics are going to be 2022, February 4th in China. So we see how that rock and roll. I think they're a communist country, aren't they? Matt?
Communist China, yes.
Yeah.
Now, Dirk Don of Arrogant Media says Megadeth having new bass tracks on the upcoming record without David Ellefson is definitely entertainment news. Get on that, Easy.
Yeah, I'm not a Megadeth fan.
Oh.
This is between men.
And Eric Street says the Bucks won the Super Bowl and Bucks won NBA Finals.
Yeah, the Bucks win the Super Bowl. That's football.
Right, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but we call them the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any tacos left, but it was free hot taco day. Free hot tacos at Taco Bell today because the Milwaukee Bucks won a NBA championship.
For a moment there, I thought you were saying free tackles because of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, did you get a free hot taco today, Matt?
Free hot tackle?
Hot taco at Taco Bell.
That's how you get a broken rib. Just ask Kyle.
Yeah. Are you a fan of tacos?
I love tacos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Remember that story about the taco? Oh, my God. Oh, I walked into that one, didn't I? Tacos?
Yes, Taco Gate.
Oh, my God.
Your worst scandal.
Well, now Money in the Bank is in the rearview mirror. The next big event, they wanted to make it the biggest event in the history of this year, SummerSlam. 7 p.m. pregame, 8 o'clock main show in Las Vegas.
Oh, we're into the wrestling?
Yep.
Oh.
And, of course, the big events, it looks like it's written in the, as they say, written down, and who knows if 100% happened, but right now, that old fart Goldberg is going to probably be smashed by the Almighty. That's what it's supposed to be for the belt. And then Reigns and John Cena, which I predict Almighty will win and Roman Reigns will win. Eventually, the guy's going to lose, but I think he'll hold on to the belt a little while longer.
Now, Dirk Don says, remember when Bonesaw McGraw got his ass handed to him by the human spider? Great wrestling memories. You remember that, Eazy-G?
No.
Now you tell your people what a bad guy I am, okay? Please. I insist.
And, of course, there's a big rumors. Another side of wrestling here, AEW, that's almost 100% official that Daniel Bryan is signed with AEW.
All right, Eric. Now, we didn't talk about this beforehand. I'm springing it on you.
Right.
You ready to do the yes chant?
Yep.
You gonna do it with me?
Yeah, I like that guy.
We got to do the yes. If I do it by myself, I'll look like an idiot. But if we do it together, we'll look like a couple of cool dudes. Right?
All right, there you go.
You're not gonna do it, are you?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Yes.
Yes.
Well, you're not doing you got to do the hands though in the
air.
Yeah. There we go. Yes. Daniel Bryan. Would you believe, by the way?
You didn't do it.
So I did do it. I did it first. I was going yes.
All right.
Would you believe Jenny didn't know who Daniel Bryan is? I told her he's a big deal. She didn't know.
Yeah, well, he signed a limited contract for what I hear. He wants to wrestle other promotions like Japan, and
yes,
he doesn't want to do a lot of traveling. So it's not 100% official, but it looks pretty good. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And then another rumor on the street is CM Punk.
Yes,
is signing with them, or maybe back to WWE. But I have a feeling that he's not coming back anywhere. It's just a bunch of rumors, like I said yesterday on the radio. So
now Shannon McGuire in the Facebook chat says, I'm not a big fan of wrestling, but my husband is. We've been watching a lot of biographies on many of the wrestlers. Some of them have quite a story. I find that fascinating. Yeah, I guess these, I haven't had a chance to watch any of them, but these, who is it? What's the cable network? A&E. Oh, A&E. Yeah,
right.
These A&E biographies
I heard about
on wrestlers. Those are supposed to be outstanding.
That's what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of other folks out there, Katie Dobbins is finally going to be playing an event here in Concord on August 6th at Fletcher Park, and it's at 6 o'clock. And
did you say Fletcher Park?
Yeah, Fletcher Park.
Oh, sorry.
Fletcher Park.
Boy, that's a relief.
Capitol Theater for the Arts on a Friday. Check that out. The lady is a great singer. She was showing the show a while back on the phone.
You're trying to hide things. You're trying to hide your feelings.
Okay, I got a couple dates. It should be, coming to town here for our New England tour. Amanda McCarthy, 2019 Songwriter of the Year. And, here we go. Yeah, those dates are in August, so we'll get to those later. She's going to be playing. Oh, here we go. She's playing. Tomorrow night, July 23rd, Friday at the College Grove in Tennessee, and then she's playing. July 24th at Grand Old RV Resort in Tennessee at Goodlettsville. That's a whole mouthful.
Grand Old RV Resort?
Yeah, and he's playing also.
That's what it's called?
Yep, July 23rd, another place he's playing. The Belcourt Taps in Tennessee. And she's also playing there on the 25th and the 26th. So they must really like her there.
Why all these Tennessee dates? What, did she move to Nashville or something?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, that's
July
right.
27th.
It's the hillbilly mentality.
I forgot about that.
He's playing Wednesday at the Rusty. I like this place. The Rusty Nail Bar in Nashville, Tennessee.
The Rusty Nail.
And then July 28th, she's playing the Star Hill Brewery in Charlottesville, Tennessee. And then she's playing a lot of dates. She's a very busy girl. July 29th on Thursday at Safe House. Oh, yeah, it's a New England tour. Safe House, East Gringes, Rhode Island. And then I'm hoping to be there unless I have any doctor's test because I need to have a test for my ribs. So we'll see what happens. But
do you have a broken rib too? Were you roughhousing with Kyle?
No, I a while back on Black Friday I fell off my bed and I still have a healing fracture, so I need to get another pain shot. So
I thought maybe you got into a fight or something.
And I'm waiting for the insurance to cover it. So
yes,
it'll be a couple of weeks.
Trying to fight with me, trying to have a confrontation with me when I'm trying to explain to them human decency and respect.
Yeah, she's right now on the schedule. She's playing July 3rd right down the street here, 603 Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock right here in Elm Street.
July 3rd?
No, July 30th, next Friday.
Oh, I thought you said July 3rd.
And then the end of July dates, there's plenty of August dates. We'll get to those another day.
Oh, yes.
July 31st on Saturday, she's playing Eric's Church in Maine.
Now, isn't she going to be coming in here?
Yeah, because right here, I'll throw that out. Yeah, August 10th on a Tuesday. Yeah.
Yes.
And Matt Unleashed show live at 4 o'clock. Amanda and Tom will be in the house.
Yes. Now, how do you feel about Tom? Really?
Here we go.
Aren't you jealous?
No, of course not. You said that you've met the guy before?
I think I've met Tom.
Well, if you haven't met him, you'll meet him in a couple weeks.
Really was.
Another good artist. I think she's still recovering from great artist from her fall the other day when she hurt her knee. April Cushman, she's playing way up in Concord, way up north in Concord. Tonight, July 22nd, Thursday at Bedford. She's not playing Concord. That was last week. She's playing at Bedford tonight at the Murphy's Tap Room at 5:30. And then she's playing the next day, July 23rd on Friday at Pastel Loft Restaurant. I'm not talking to the microphone here. 8 o'clock in Milford. I was talking to the table.
Uh-huh.
That's not good. And then April and Adam were playing Saturday, July 24th at the Full Belly at Worthboro at 7. And then she's playing July 25th the next day at Sunday at 1 p.m. at the CAF 1 East in Warner. And then she's playing Wednesday, July 28th at 7 o'clock at the SYLVAN. You know how to say that word?
SYLVN?
Yeah, VAN.
Sylvan?
Yep. Street, and there's grills at Salisbury Beach. And then she's playing way up in Maine Monday. You're always good with this name. Monday, July 26th, 8 o'clock at the Crew OG at Goodstone. Goodness, I'm fluttering here. Robert Dion plays up here at Goodstone.
A gun quit?
Yeah, he plays there tonight.
Oh.
And it's the same town, yeah, in Maine. He plays at the I forget the name of the place, but he'll be up there tonight in that part of the world.
Now, who are all these dates for again?
April Cushman.
April Cushman, right?
I'm not really crazy about her, and I never really was.
Oh yeah, I heard on our website the other day that I guess there's been a delay, so her long haul CD is not ready yet. So it's no wonder why when I Facebook messaged her and asked her how to get one, she never got back to me because it's not available.
Oh.
There's some kind of delay. I don't know what the delay is.
So you have to convince them, Matt, that I'm the bad guy.
Yep, and I think that's it.
Now, Scott Robinson is asking, are there going to be any studio tickets for sale for Amanda when she comes to perform on my show?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And Scott also says, he plays at the front porch
Oh, yeah,
That's
front
the-
porch, yep.
That's the
Plays there almost every week now.
very good, very good. Now, how did that orange binder hold up? Well,
It did. So what do you think of the report? Was it entertaining?
that very entertaining.
Well, thank you very much.
Very entertaining, Eazy-G. I
Matt,
liked
this
it.
is on you
Well-
for not having the patience and not having the dignity.
Well, no, this is on Eazy-G, but it was a very good report. Well,
Oh, goodness.
wrong music.
That woke me up.
I meant to play this.
He was
Here we go.
once a thug from around the way. Easy.
You want to know about stock market crashes, COVID-19, drive-bys, celebrity gossip? Eazy-G's got ya. Entertainment report style.
Why I'm easy. Cause ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, set, go.
Well, let's take a break. We'll play a couple quick things and show some love to our sponsors. And Eazy-G, are you sticking around?
I believe so, yo.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, so don't go anywhere. Eazy-G, Eric Gagnon is with us, and we will be back with more Matt Connarton Unleashed. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are, Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are well into hour number 2, numero dos, of the program here live from the studios of WMNH in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. Also on Comcast 97 if you're in Manchester. Streaming at WMNHradio.org. And, of course, on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page. And you can also go to my website, mattconnerton.com, for all of your live streaming options, social media links, contact info, etc., etc. Hello to our friends at Raw Talk Online. Today is Thursday, July 22nd, 2021, and I'm not alone. Eazy-G, looking quite contemplative, is at the news desk.
Yeah, I was looking at all the things on the wall, and I see a new one. The Moose signed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it's right straight ahead. It's like green. You see it on the wall there?
Joel the Moose Elber.
Yep.
Very good.
That's brand new. He must have done it the last time he was in that.
You have signed the wall, haven't you?
I did
Eric?
a long time ago.
Yes, a long time ago. That's right. I do want to remind you, of course, we are proudly sponsored by the Hop Knot in the Brady Sullivan Plaza right across the street. Today is Thursday, which means tonight is Trivia Night, hosted by the great Bill Cini. And what did I learn from you earlier, Eric? Bill Cini is married to?
Oh, Elliot Baudry.
Beaudry.
Baudry, I mean.
Yes. But Bill Cini, of course, also does the trivia on the morning show on Wednesday mornings, and rave reviews all around. But the Hop Knot, a wonderful place, great food, great service, and such a wonderful family that owns and operates it. So please swing by there and try a delicious gourmet pretzel. Our great friend Grant Lampton plays there on Friday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. And I think he's going to try to stop in here too tomorrow before this show ends and before he has to go across the street. Speaking of tomorrow, of course, tomorrow night I will be beginning at 7:30 on Retro Spectrum Radio with Paul E.C., as I have the honor and privilege of being Paul's co-host on that program, along with our great friend Dan Randlett, every Friday night from 7:30 to 10 p.m.
Any special guests arriving?
I don't believe this Friday we have a guest.
I know eventually he's supposed to have JC on, right? John Clayton, right?
Yes, John Clayton, I know, is a future guest. John Hopwood will be back in August as a guest.
Wow, cool.
I think Ryan Gorman is supposed to be coming
Oh
on
yeah,
at
he
some
was
point.
bumped a while back. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I think Paulie C was under the weather.
Yes, and sometimes too, DJ Stephen Light from Happy Wheels joins us.
Oh yeah, he's really good. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
that golden voice.
But he's not really a guest. He's more like a fourth, the fourth man on the team.
yeah,
Sometimes he makes it if Dan can't be here, or sometimes even if Dan is here, and it will be the four of us. So
yeah, I believe Paulie C has him on speed dial.
yes, speed dial.
They say that anymore?
No,
Probably not.
No, they don't. No. Speaking of which, by the way, so you mentioned before the show, by the way, you're going to be taking your you got to take your phone in for something. You got to have them look at your phone.
Oh yeah, I asked DJ Reckless. He told me never press that button.
Yeah, you have a feature on your phone called Lockdown.
He said never touch it. So
Right. Did he explain why or what it does?
just said never touch it. So
Okay, never touch it.
I will never touch it.
Good for you. By the way, so Dirk Don in the chat room says, wait, with the entertainment news, you missed how Blizzard is getting sued by the state of California. It's a train wreck. I'm not familiar with this. I might have to Google that. While I'm Googling that, you can call us at 603-250-6007, 603-250-6007. Oh, I see. You can also text us at 617-917-4476. Tweet me at Matt Connarton or send an email to matt@mattconnerton.com. And, of course, you can always interact and opine in the Facebook live chat. But the best thing to do, give us a call, 603-250-6007. And don't wait until the last minute because there is another live show after us. So, we'll be wrapping up a tiny bit early, play some music for the crossover. But coming up at, I should let you say it, Eric. What's coming up at 6 p.m.?
I believe it's called the Weekly Die-On.
Yes, you are the entertainment reporter, so I thought I'd throw that to you. Yes.
It was funny when Andy first started working on the Care Robot on Manchester Inkling. He got a little confused. He thought it was a daily die-on.
Oh, right. I remember that.
That was funny.
And it caused some controversy.
A little bit.
I did find the article that Dirk is referring to. We'll look at that in a moment. I wanted to look at something else. Because this might interest, a couple of different people. This might interest you, Eazy-G, because it does relate to wrestling, but it also might interest Jenny because Jenny was a first responder. I happened to run across this story, and this just happened today. Mother claims that WWE Slambulance, I guess that's what they're called, Slambulance toys encourage violence against emergency responders.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not good.
So let's see. I didn't have a chance to pre-screen this, so I don't know what this is going to say exactly, but it says here, it appears there's one parent that is not a fan of WWE's toys after viewing a commercial featuring Drew McIntyre tearing through a WWE ambulance called the WWE Slambulance. Slambulance. Get it, Eric?
Yeah.
Bonnermouth native and mother of three, Sabrina Fitzsimmons, was left less than impressed with WWE's toys, feeling that it perpetuates violence towards ambulances and emergency responders. Now, there's more to this, Eric, and I'll read it in a moment, but what is your gut level reaction to this? Do you feel that the WWE Slambulance actually encourages violence against first responders?
It's a possibility, unfortunately.
You think so? You think because of these toys, one of these children might have an urge to go up to an EMT and attempt to give them a stone cold stunner?
Anything's possible in this crazy mixed up world.
I suppose so. Let's see. Fitzsimmons told LAD Bible, which apparently is the media outlet this went to originally, quote, "This toy is massively inappropriate. I wouldn't purchase that for my child, and I certainly wouldn't get behind advertising it. I just think that you're crossing a line of ethics and morals. Toys are supposed to teach our children, not only be fun. When I saw it, I just thought, what a time to be advertising a toy like this to children. These people in the healthcare sector saved our lives. To advocate for a toy that perpetuates the message of violence towards the vehicles and the people that help us, I just think, what kind of a message are you sending to children here? How is that okay? WWE has a huge following from little ones right up to adults, including my 13-year-old son. I think it's just such the wrong message. I wasn't trying to be a Karen, but I just found it really offensive given the pressure I know the services have been under and the sacrifices that they've made. I could see that the advert really upset my partner, unquote. My goodness. Jenny is in the chat. As I mentioned, Jenny was an EMT. She says, oh, get your stick out of your butt, lady. I just saw it, and I think it's cool, actually. Could increase interest in being an EMT, so there. It's awesome. I want one. Yes.
Wow.
Now, by the way, and there's a little bit more to the article. I will say this. So in one sense, I mean, I basically agree with Jenny that this individual is, being a bit uptight here, a little over the top. In one sense, though, her heart is in the right place in that I agree with her that, of course, we should respect our first responders, our emergency responders, everybody in any level of healthcare. Are you leaving us, Eazy-G? Oh, you got to use the restroom. All right. Well, very good. So that's okay. So, yes. We'll send an alert out if you don't come back.
All right,
We'll activate the Amber. All right. So Eazy-G is leaving us to use the restroom. But so in one sense, this woman's heart is in the right place. I agree with what she said about, and part of what might be sparking that in her mind is that there were stories in the media during the pandemic, particularly in the early days of the pandemic, of people at hospitals. They park in the garage at a hospital, doctors, nurses, etc., and then their cars get vandalized by these freaks, these conspiracy theorist lunatics who think that COVID-19 is all a hoax and medical people are in on the hoax and all that. There have been instances, quite a few actually, and an alarmingly large amount of instances over the past year and a half where medical personnel have been mistreated and even attacked. And Jenny was telling me about somebody firefighters who were shot recently while trying to put out a fire. Just awful, awful stuff. So I imagine that these stories are kind of what are swirling around in this woman's head when she has what I do believe is an overreaction. So in one sense, her heart is in the right place, but I think I think her angst over these toys is misplaced and misdirected. I don't think the toys are a problem, and I don't see how the toys themselves encourage any kind of violence. So Fitzsimmons' partner, Chrissy, is an NHS healthcare assistant. That, combined with the efforts of health workers during the pandemic, appeared to be the main gripes. Fitzsimmons continued, quote, I work in retail, and you use some degree of common sense. If that fell on my desk and I was told, we're going to advertise this, I would be asking questions. Is this good at any time, not just after a pandemic, to advocate violence against emergency workers? It's never a good thing, unquote. Now, I'm going to assume, and there is even more to this, but I'm going to assume at this point that this individual has never actually watched wrestling because very often ambulances are used in storylines, in wrestling storylines. A particular favorite of mine goes back about, 25 years ago. Wow, that long. I remember when I can still, it is seared into my memory, Stone Cold Steve Austin attacking Bret the Hitman Hart, who had just been loaded into an ambulance. And it was hilarious. But I don't recall any storylines where emergency responders are actually attacked. It's usually someone attacking someone else in an ambulance. Eazy-G is back. Wow, that was quick for you, Eazy-G. You're usually gone for longer than that.
All right. Well, yeah, I remember that.
Very efficient.
It's been more than one time where somebody was driving the ambulance. I think one time Kane or Undertaker was driving an ambulance.
Yes.
They haven't had that. They had it a while back. I think Brock Lesnar was in an ambulance match. I think one time.
Yes.
They haven't done it for a while though.
Yes.
That was pretty funny though when Stone Cold was driving the ambulance. Yeah, Bret Hart. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Fitzsimmons revealed that she sent a complaint to Smith Toys, who WWE notes sell the toys, which are made by Mattel. She was less than pleased with the response she got. She said, quote, "It was, sorry it offended you. I think they completely missed the message. It won't just have offended me. It offended my partner who goes to work every day to help other people in the emergency services. A lot of her friends work there. She's witnessed and been party to having violence against her and her friends and her colleagues like I myself have in retail. We're trying to curb that and get that message across that it's not acceptable, and they're perpetuating a toy that is telling kids that it is at a very young and impressionable age. I think it's so wrong," unquote. Well, again, too, and I would reflect on... Jenny just sent me a picture of the toy on Messenger. Yeah, I don't see what the what the problem is with the toy. Like, you've got to make a hell of a lot of assumptions about what people are going to be doing with this toy to be jumping to the conclusion that it's going to encourage violence against healthcare workers. It's just absolutely bizarre. Let's see. I do want to look at some of these other Facebook comments. Miriam Banish says kids play rough and pretend accidents with all toys. I don't think it's a problem. Rocky Huber says, I think we need to attack rap music and their attitudes toward first responders before anything. Mike Pelopita says, you might want to hit the lockdown button after he gets done in the bathroom. Oh, referring to your phone, Eric.
Yeah. Oh boy. No. I was told never to touch it. So
that's right.
Do that going forward.
You didn't touch the lockdown button on your phone even while you were in the bathroom?
No, my phone was right here.
Oh, good. Miriam says, I used to play Unsafe Carnival Ride with my Barbies and a little record player that had different speed settings. Started out at 33 1/3, then switched to 45, then 78, and Barbie would go flying because of the centrifugal force. Well, I don't know, Miriam. You playing that game might have been encouraging subconsciously you to commit violence against Barbies.
Yeah, this is a pretty wild story. Sorry.
Yeah. Miriam said toys get more and more sanitized, and the world doesn't seem to be getting less violent. That's a great point. Rocky Huber says, I remember when Stone Cold drove the Zamboni machine into the arena and jumped off of it and jumped on a bunch of cops and got to Vince McMahon. That's true. We have seen police officers assaulted on wrestling programming.
Yeah, but they're not real police officers.
Well, that's true. They're usually actors, yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Still, you know.
Yeah.
I know one time he sprayed milk all over Vince McMahon. Or was that? No, it was Kurt Angle.
That was Kurt Angle with the milk. Yes.
It was Vince McMahon, I think, right?
It was Vince McMahon.
Yeah. What do you think of that time he came out? That's right. You know a lot about SmackDown, but I don't know if you heard about that. The live show last week, he came out and he said, "Where the hell have you guys been lately?" Then he went back into the locker room.
Yes. That's how Vince McMahon opened the first SmackDown of the post-pandemic era.
What do you think of that?
I thought it was kind of funny. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope most of the people in that crowd were vaccinated.
I don't know, but I did hear they're doing a show soon at Madison Square Garden, and supposedly in order to get in, you have to be vaccinated. But I don't know how they're 100% going to prove that because some people lie about that, and what if the kids are under 12, and I don't know how they're going to walk that path.
I agree. That's a very difficult thing. I do want to look at this story that Dirk referred to. I Googled it, and several different, let's see, this is from BloombergLaw.com. Activision Blizzard sued over frat boy culture and harassment. It says here, video game giant Activision Blizzard Inc., maker of games including World of Warcraft and Diablo, fosters a frat boy culture in which female employees are subjected to constant sexual harassment, unequal pay, and retaliation, according to a lawsuit filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing. A 2-year investigation by the state agency found that the company discriminated against female employees in terms and conditions of employment, including compensation, assignment, promotion, and termination.
Where's this?
Remember when we were kids, we're older than Dirk is. When we were kids, Activision was, and I guess they still are, but now they're Activision Blizzard, so I assume a couple of companies merged. But Activision made a lot of the video games from our youth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Company leadership consistently failed to take steps to prevent discrimination, harassment, and retaliation, the agency said. According to the complaint filed Tuesday in the Los Angeles Superior Court, female employees make up around 20% of the Activision workforce and are subjected to pervasive frat boy workplace culture, including cube crawls. I have not heard this term before.
Me either.
In which male employees, quote, drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior toward female employees. Wow.
It seems kind of inappropriate.
Extremely.
Wow.
The agency alleges male employees play video games during the workday while delegating responsibilities to female employees, engage in sexual banter, and joke openly about rape, among other things.
Oh, my God.
Female employees allege being held back from promotions because of the possibility they might become pregnant, being criticized for leaving to pick up their children from daycare,
oh my God,
and being kicked out of lactation rooms so that male colleagues could use the room for meetings, the complaint says. It's interesting that they have lactation rooms. That's not something I've heard of, but female employees working for the World of Warcraft team noted that male employees and supervisors would hit on them, make derogatory comments about rape, and otherwise engage in demeaning behavior, the agency alleges. The suit also points to female Activision employees, a female Activision, why do I keep saying Activision employee who took her own life while on a company trip with her male supervisor. Oh, my God.
That's horrible.
The employee had been subjected to intense sexual harassment prior to her death, including having nude photos passed around at a company holiday party, the complaint says. The agency seeks an injunction forcing compliance with workplace protections, as well as unpaid wages, pay adjustments, back pay, and lost wages and benefits for female employees. A spokesperson for Activision Blizzard said in a statement, quote, "We value diversity and strive to foster a workplace that offers inclusivity for everyone. There is no place in our company or industry or any industry for sexual misconduct or harassment of any kind. We take every allegation seriously and investigate all claims. In cases related to misconduct, action was taken to address the issue." The DFEH includes distorted and, in many cases, false descriptions of Blizzard's past. We have been extremely cooperative. They go on with a kind of a generic statement there, but wow, that's pretty bad.
That's not good at all.
I would imagine that there's probably a lot more of that goes on in companies than we would ever realize. Anytime you have a situation where it's a predominantly male, I mean, if only 20% of the female of the workforce rather at that company is female, I would guess that with that kind of ratio, there's probably a lot of that goes on at companies that we just never hear about at male-dominated companies. Now, I'm not trying to say all male-dominated companies, certainly, but I bet there's a lot of it that we never hear about.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You ever see anything in your work experience, Eazy-G, where you saw someone being harassed or mistreated?
God. I was harassed.
You were?
But we won't get into it.
Oh, you've never talked about this.
Yeah, well, we're not going to get into it. It happened to me, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Sexual harassment?
It was. And I reported it to the boss, and it put an end to it. But it was funny because the next day, somebody had slashed a guy's tires in the parking lot, and he thought it was me that did it. Because I reported him, but I said, no, I wouldn't do that.
So this individual came and confronted you about it and accused you of doing that?
Right.
Wow.
Well, this guy was a little on the crazy side.
Wow.
But after I reported him, and somebody, it wasn't me that slashed a couple of his tires. We became friends, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Because he knew he had to stop doing that, or he would have got fired.
Was it so you were able to become friends with this guy?
Oh yes, yeah. Believe it or not, yeah.
Was it a case where he realized what he had done?
I think he did because he was told to stop doing that, or he would have been fired. So.
Older guy?
No, he's around the same age as me.
Oh, okay.
He was just crazy.
Okay. So in this case, so you don't think he meant any harm? He just
I don't know. I think it was just on the crazy side.
Huh.
So I had to report him, and when I did, he stopped doing it. So.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. We have a call. We'll
unfortunately.
Grab this. Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Hi, this is Brandon from Portland, Maine.
Hey, Brandon from Portland, Maine. How are you?
Oh, hello.
I'm doing well. I just wanted to ask about, you're obviously a fan of Chris James and Not Even a Show.
Very much so.
And your most famous clip of the Matt Connarton Show, which is, of course, a Rated Green great host, and you're the only one.
I'm not the only one.
Was when John Hopwood and Chris James had a verbal altercation.
Yes.
What was the aftermath of that? What happened?
Well, eventually, I think, they had a number of verbal altercations, but I think eventually John Hopwood kind of got the joke. He was very, I had some conversations with John, actually some off-air conversations where I told John, hey, man, lighten up a little bit. He's just having fun with you. And you guys probably agree politically anyway, so... I mean, there was no real aftermath other than there were several times that John, actually, I remember at least one instance where John took his headphones off when Chris called because he refused to even engage with him. But I think eventually John sort of came around.
Right, but then that's not a reason why John doesn't appear as frequently on the show anymore, right?
Oh, no. Got nothing to do with that. No, John comes and goes, Sometimes he'll be on the show once a week or even twice a week for a while, and then... he'll go weeks without being on the show at all. Are you a fan of John Hopwood? Do you miss him?
Well, absolutely, because, his reverence sort of he brought to the show.
His reverence? Oh.
Yeah, well, he's obviously a wise man.
He is. John, actually, I think, he'll never say it. He's too humble, but I believe he has a genius-level IQ.
Oh, no doubt.
The knowledge in that man's head is incredible.
That's right. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, Brandon. Thank you. Take care.
Wow.
That was Brandon from Portland, Maine, a big fan of JC, John Hopwood.
Kind of looks like his number one fan.
He might be. Do you think he is? No, I think Hopwood's number one fan is Scott Robinson.
Oh, all right. Well, another one of his number one fans.
Scott Robinson loves John Hopwood.
You can have two of them.
I love John Hopwood.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yes. But for the record, I am not the only green rated host on Not Even a Show. Tom Gully, green rated.
Right.
Although I think Tom is mad at me. I don't know if Chris might still be mad at me. I don't know. I hope not, because I do feel badly about, because I'm still a big fan of Chris. I'm still a patron on his Patreon. I support what he does, and I love his content. But, but they didn't like me associating with Jesse PS. But Jesse, I mean, I take his calls if he calls the show. It's not like we go fishing. You and Jesse PS, you guys are buds.
What?
Yeah, I heard you guys, you hang out, you hit the clubs. when you when you visit New York City?
If you say so.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the pictures. No, but there are other green rated hosts on Not Even a Show. But I am the original. I am the original green host.
Oh, there you go.
And Tom Gully, he could never take that away from me.
Maybe he was just jealous.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think Tom blames me for something that I don't feel is really my fault. And plus, Tom was kind of mean to Jenny at the end of. We won't get into all that.
No.
We won't get into all that. We've got bigger things to worry about these days.
So you figure a guy like Matt would want to help me.
I mean, supposedly, my broadcasting career ends tomorrow night at 9 p.m. when Crazy Joe is going to take all my fans.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Right. I'm not.
I think it's another one of those Pinocchio stories. His nose is growing.
So Dirk, regarding that news story, says, "From here, I'm done with World of Warcraft. I was so excited for the Diablo 2 remaster, but I don't want to buy it now." So Dirk voting with his dollar against Activision after that story.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
That is, yeah. Like I said, it's probably more common than we know at male-dominated companies. Miriam says, "Men aren't the only ones who perpetrate that stuff. Had a female boss always trying to get all the women to talk about which guys at work they would do. It was gross. I left after a month."
Wow, horrible.
Yeah, no, that is it. And, people should kind of know better by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they don't.
Yeah. Miriam says, "After the Hopknot show, I asked my husband about Pluperfect. He gave me examples without looking anything up. I knew he would, LOL. Yes, we had that discussion about, we had a bit of a grammar discussion with John Hopwood. I don't think you were a part of that, Eazy-G.
No.
You were over there in the corner. Miriam says, "I won't be leaving to go to Crazy Joe's show. I cannot even begin to tell you what a relief that is. To me, Miriam." And Scott Robinson says, "The Holy Trinity is Matt, Easy, and John Claude Hopwood on the same show. Love it."
Yes, I've been a couple times over the years.
Now, do you enjoy that, Eazy-G, when you're on the show and John Hopwood is with us? Because I've noticed he will tend to interrupt you a bit.
Yeah, I don't like it when he gets the down and dirty sometimes.
He gets down and dirty.
I was listening to an old show the other day, thinking to myself, oh, my God.
Scott Robinson says, "Where did Miriam work? I hate being treated like a piece of meat." As I'm sure you do as well, Eric. You know what that's like.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, yes. That's right. All right, well, we're going to begin to wrap up on that note because we do have another live show coming up here at WMNH. So stick around for that. The Weekly Die-On is up next with Ben Die-On and his father, Daryl Die-On. I think I saw them lurking about in the hallway, so I think they're going to be coming into the studio. Yep, Texas Mike in the chat says, "Shouldn't you be wrapping it up?" Yes, thank you, Mikey.
Oh, wow.
And I'll see you tomorrow along with your meme.
Wow, really forceful. I'm telling you what to do. Wow.
I know, right? Can you believe it?
Where does he get off?
Where does he get off?
Oh, you like to say, excuse me.
I know, right? No, we love you, Mikey. We love you, Mikey. Oh, Dirk Don says, "I'll have Crazy Joe join Arrogant Media." Let's see how that goes. All right, Eazy-G. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me one more
Always
time.
wonderful to see you. Thank you to Christian LaCoss, DJ Reckless for joining us earlier. And if you missed any part of today's show, it'll be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org. And that's it. That's it for me for now. Stick around for the Weekly Die-On. Unless, Daryl, do you want to pop in and tell us what you guys got coming up?
No.
You just want to dance in the corner?
That's it.
That's fine, too. All right. In that case, we will wrap up, and I will talk at y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.